everybody. It's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and welcome to another edition of the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. I'm your host, Timmy Flyersguy. Right now, it is Thursday. March 27th. This video will go up on Tuesday, so stay tuned for it. In today's episode, just last week, John Tortorella was officially let go by the Philadelphia Flyers. After the 7-2 loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs, it looked apparent that John Tortorella's time in Philadelphia as the coach ended. The John Tortorella era has officially ended, and Brad Shaw will take the place of John Tortorella as the coach for now. A lot of people are hoping that the next coach they got will get the job done. No disrespect to John Tortorella, but it was just not working. It's just not working, and we have to move on. Now, this episode, I'm going to conclude this part of the episode, but I'm going to end it off here with Danny Briere's press conference. I'm going to put that on here right now, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we're going to go right to Danny Briere's press conference from Europe regarding the firing of Coach John Tortorella. And here we go. Without further ado, Danny Briere's press conference.
What I do, but in this case, I'll just start with this. First, I'd like to thank Torts for everything he did, the work that he put into this team and this organization over the last 3 years. Something we want to make sure and address and really say thanks to him for that. You've seen this team play hard over the years. They've showed they have a no-quit attitude ingrained in them. Torts is a very, very big reasons for that, and that standard that he set back in place over the last 3 seasons. Unfortunately, at this time, I felt it was time to go in a different direction, and that starts tonight. I know we have 9 games left, but they're 9 important games for us. I'm looking forward to evaluating our team and continuing to build this team into the summer. So again, thanks to Torts for what he did for us in the last 3 years. I felt it was time, and you're going to ask me, is there one thing that happened? It's not one thing. It's a series of things that have happened, and probably a little bit more in the last 3 weeks that has escalated since probably around the trade deadline, right after that. So, like I said, it's not one thing specific. It's an accumulation that have happened, but probably more often lately.
Those comments, obviously, you made on Tuesday after the Major Leagues game, I'm sure you saw. Did that play any role whatsoever in the decision you made?
It's one of the things that have happened along the way. That's not the specific reason, and there's not one specific reason. It's one of the things that have happened along the way. There's been different ones as well. So it's not don't just focus on that. I'm not going to get into the specifics of what we dealt with. That's not fair to Torts. We both have opinions, and it doesn't mean that mine is better than his. I don't want to get into that. But we had just some different opinions on different things.
The difference of opinions, was that more about the way things are now or plans for the future?
No, we always had them along the way. And look, Torts is a complicated man. He's a complicated coach. He's a blast to work with because he challenges you. I truly believe he made me a better GM. I loved working with him, and I think he loved working with me. He's not a yes man, and he had opinion, and he's earned the right to share his opinion, and we listened to him. But again, myself, Keith Jones, Dan Hilferty, we felt at this time it was time to move in a different direction.
Big part of what improved in the team in the last couple of years was the structure. Did you feel that the structure was starting to fall apart?
Well, I'm not ready to blame Torts for that. The reality is we've made some tough trades that we feel are going to set us up for the future, but in the present time, put us at a disadvantage. So it's probably not fair to blame Torts or our coaching staff for that, or it's just the reality is that we felt there were trades that we needed to make at this time to set us up better for the future. Torts was on board with that. He understood that was part of the plan, and that was part of the phase of the rebuild that we were in. So that was not an issue.
Sense at all, like the losing started to wear on him a little bit. He's a pretty competitive guy.
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think not just on him, but on all of us. It's not easy, and that's probably that's the toughest part of the rebuild is going through this. Now, I really hope that this is the bottom. This is rock bottom for us today, and this is the turnaround. The trades were tough. They were tough to send some good players elsewhere and not really replace them in the trades. There were a lot of call-ups, younger guys, and guys that we want to see. So that makes it tough for the team, makes it tough for the coaches. Yes, that was taking a toll on all of us, and Torts included. He hates losing more than probably anybody we know. But I hope moving forward, and I have the feeling that moving forward now it's going to start to get better. And now it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take time, but I feel we're stepping into a different phase of the rebuild. It's still a rebuild, but I feel starting to go into a different phase now.
Feel he handled.
Well, I wasn't really able to get all the interview, but I got the gist of what Danny Briere was saying. And he stated that he made he stated some things about John Tortorella that he never really disagreed with him. Him and John Tortorella are two different people, and said that John Tortorella is a complicated man, and yet, even though there were some of us that defended John Tortorella for the ways he coached, there was also people that also didn't like the way John Tortorella coached, which proves that he is a complicated man. And the fact that he doesn't like losing. And, I can agree with that. Because this city doesn't like losing. This city of Philadelphia, they do not like to lose. They don't like it. I mean, it happens, but they don't like it. And Briere even stated that Torts did a good job for a while, taking his team in the right direction. But Danny Briere also stated that this team is going to go into a completely new direction now, and that it's not going to be an overnight success. It is going to take some time, but I'm really happy the way Danny Briere handled this. I remain neutral about people's feelings with Torts. I never really wanted to badmouth the guy or say anything bad about Torts, but when a lot of people are talking negatively about one person, it all comes to the head that this team needs to go another direction. And I agree with Danny Greer's words. I always respect what John Tortorella contributed to the city and what he did for the team, but he's gone now. Now we have to move on, and we have to get ready for what's to come in the future with this hockey team. And I know with me saying the word future, a lot of people are going to post that gif of Squidward saying future, but you know what I'm getting at. But to tell you the truth, I think Danny Reeves is the right thing. I mean, if it's not working, if it's not working, if this formula's not working, sometimes it's good to change the formula, except if you're Coca-Cola in the 80s who tried to change their Coke into New Coke. That was a horrible decision. But Briere did the right thing. He's a stand-up guy. He knows exactly what he's doing. And I think Danny Briere cannot just sit back and let this team go through this again. So he did the right thing here. He did the right thing. I don't know who's going to be the coach for this team next season. I have no idea who it'll be. You know, it could be Bradshaw. Might be Emil Perrier. A lot of us want Rick Tocchet. And I absolutely agree. Rick Tocchet would be a great coach for this team. A lot of people want Rod Brindamore. Rod Brindamore, another good choice for this team. I like Rod Brindamore. I think he'd be a good coach. I mean, look what he's done for the Hurricanes. Look at Rick Tocchet has done. Even Craig Berube, who's really turned things around for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's having a pretty good season. Also, there are other great coaches. Maybe Lindsey Rofa, I don't know. I'm not too sure about him, but I'd like to see what's in the future for this team. I'm excited to see what's going to happen for this hockey team in the off season, and it's been a tough season. I mean, the beginning went well, but just like last season, things really started to go downhill in March. So hopefully tonight we'll see. Hopefully the Flyers will be a different hockey team. Hopefully things will change for this hockey team. Change for the better. A lot of us fans hope for that. A lot of players hope for that as well. All we can do is wait. And all we can do is hope that things get better, because I really do think things will get better for this hockey team. A lot of people are going to say, you know, you say that all the time. Well, that's just how I am. I'm very hopeful about things. That's how I am. That's how I am, and that's how I was taught, you know. Through everything I've been through in my life, I learned to be hopeful, because I learned that hope is a powerful thing, and it's helped me get through some of the worst times in my life. So things are going to get better, you know. Things are going to get better, and that's what I hope for this team, and that's what I hope for all the players on this hockey team that just want to go out there and prove their worth to this city and this great fan base of the Philadelphia Flyers. All the times Ed Snyder was the owner of this team, he wanted a successful hockey team. He had that for the past years. But things started to change, and now we have a new owner who wants to instill the teachings of Ed Snyder into this organization and into this hockey club. I'm Timmy Flyersguy, and this has been the Timmy Flyersguy podcast. Timmy Flyersguy podcast. This will probably be my last. I will be doing a podcast episode. I will be doing a year and season review of the 2024-2025 season when the season ends. So most likely I may end up taking a break until the end of the season, and I'll be back with another episode. I probably will be doing a few episodes in the summer. I never really do episodes of Timmy Flyersguy in the summer that much. The last one I did was when I had Gigi, lovely Gigi Dior on my show, on my podcast. But I got some big plans this summer, so stay tuned, folks. Thank you for joining me. Big news also. Phantoms are trying to get into the playoffs. I hope that they make it in, and I hope that the Ready Royals make it in as well. Guys, thank you for joining me. Have a great day, and like always, let's go Flyers. Let's keep the hope alive. Let's stay hopeful for next season, and let's just move on and get ready for another season coming up soon. Let's get ready for the end of this season. Let's get out of this terrible season. And hopefully next season, we'll have a much better chance. And we'll be a much better team, hopefully. Thank you for joining me, everyone. And have a great day.